What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing my top 5 favorite niche fragrances in descending order. So 5 is going to be my 5th favorite and 1st is going to be my 1st favorite. If you've seen my other videos, you're probably going to know what's coming in number 1, maybe even number 2, but they're well-deserved spots. So if you have the money to get these niche fragrances, I highly recommend it. So starting off with number 5, this fragrance, I don't have a bottle of it, but all these, the bottom 3, I don't have bottles of, and the top 2, I have bottles of. So maybe if you guys want to comment, like, and subscribe, and share my videos, then maybe I'll have bottles soon, but we gonna get there. So this 5th one, the first time I smelled it, I wasn't really crazy on it. I thought it was a little bit overrated, to be honest, but my nose had to evolve into this fragrance. So actually, on that, I don't think this fragrance is hard to like. I think it's pretty easy to like. So Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla. Tobacco Vanilla is a beautiful fragrance. It smells like Virginia tobacco and vanilla. It's such a nice vanilla, and you really just smell tobacco and vanilla. There's no question on what it is. This is my favorite vanilla fragrance I've ever smelled, and this is my favorite tobacco fragrance I've ever smelled. Hurod, I have a sample of Hurod over here. Hurod is another fragrance that has tobacco and vanilla, and I think Hurod's overrated. So I think Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla deserves a number 5. I love this, and this is probably the next fragrance I'll get. It's such like a sweet tobacco and a creamy vanilla smell. It's very good, and I would recommend this. Number 4, Greenwich Village by Bond Number 9. And you're gonna see Bond Number 9, and you're gonna see Creed on here a lot because those are my favorite brands. If I can get the tester open. Greenwich Village, as it says in the name, it's kind of like a greeny, citrusy smell, and I like green fragrances and I like citrusy fragrances, so this is right up my alley. If I'm remembering correct, this is a unisex fragrance, but yeah, really nice, sweet, green fragrance. This is another one, if you can afford it, I would highly recommend it, but I think there's one option from Bond that outweighs all the competitors. I don't have a lot to say about Greenwich Village. This sample is the first time I've ever smelt it, so I'm still kind of feeling through it, but I love it. I think it smells amazing. And I've smelt some niches, so that already being that high, that's a big deal. That's a good one. Number 3, I don't have a bottle. I don't have a sample. But Creed, I'm not going to butcher the name, the Portugal one. Devois do Portugal, whatever the hell it is. That shit is so good. That is my 2nd favorite Creed ever. And Creed's probably my favorite fragrance house. I love it. I've never smelled anything from Creed that I haven't liked. I think it's amazing. It's not really anything that you'll find somewhere else. I've never smelled anything that smells even really similar to Portugal. We're gonna call it Portugal by Creed. I think maybe the only thing you can compare it to is smelling like Portugal. I don't know what the notes are in it, but I recommend you get a sample, and I think you should get a bottle if you're gonna. I think the Portugal is definitely worth a blind buy. think it's really easy to like, and it's a masculine, good, solid fragrance. When I smelled it for the first time, I loved it. I fell in love with it. I'm deciding between Tobacco Vanille and Portugal by Creed to be my next fragrance. So let me know in the comments what you guys think I should get, because I don't know, it's like a toss-up. Love them both. I kind of have some, like I said, nothing really smells like the Creed Portugal, but I have similar categories of fragrances, but I don't have any tobacco fragrance. I don't really have a vanilla fragrance besides maybe this. And you don't even really smell vanilla in this, and I don't wear this shit. So I've been looking. I forgot, actually. It's kind of bad. I should probably know because I'm making the video on it, what it's called. But I saw Jeremy Fragrance. I think it was his top 5 favorite vanilla fragrances. There was one on there I was looking at too. And I get that. Anyway, I'm yapping. Number 2 spot, I'm gonna have to give it to Bleecker Street. I love Bleecker Street. That's why I bought it. I just bought this in my number 1 pick a week ago. I got the samples of them and I love them. I bought a sample of this and I went to smell it in person because I wanted it so bad. Before the sample even got here, I have, let me see, let me try to find it real quick. Yeah, right here, full sample. Oh, this is a different one. Sorry. Anyway, doesn't matter. I have a full sample of this over here somewhere. I love this. The only thing that's wrong with this is it doesn't project very well, but man, it's such a good scent. You really smell the blueberry in this. I think this definitely deserves a blind buy. Yeah, definitely. It's citrusy, sweet, with the top blueberry note, just like the top note of my number 1 fragrance. You smell that very well, the top. So, Bleecker Street, Bond number 9, amazing. Number 1. Pretty easy to see it coming, pretty basic pick. Some people might not agree with me. I don't know if you guys got a little sneak peek right there, because that John's in 0.5, so you can see me, but Creed Aventus. This is my 2nd bottle of Creed Aventus. This is my 1st bottle of Creed Aventus. This right here is what got me into niche fragrances. I went into the Creed store, smelled this in person, fell in love with this. I still have a teeny bit of it. I fell in love with this. Favorite fragrance of all time. You really smell the pineapple. You really smell that pineapple note. I never get tired of this. I could wear this every day. I mean, I went through this in a year, and it's not like this was my only cologne, but I was wearing this to school. Everywhere. You just feel different when you smell like Creed. When you smell like Aventus, it's like you have aura around you. Creed Aventus, if you have the money, definitely, at least in my opinion, the best fragrance I've ever smelled. And I see actually a lot of fragrance YouTubers talk about how Aventus, there's a lot of dupes of Aventus, and there's a lot of things that smell like Aventus, and it's old and whatever. It's not that old, 2011, but anyway, I've never smelled a dupe be anywhere close to the real thing with Aventus. You can get something that smells like Aventus, but you're never gonna have Aventus, and you know that you're not wearing Aventus, and somebody who really knows is gonna know that you don't have Aventus on. Nothing else. None of the Aventus dupes have they just don't have the pop that Aventus has. They smell, it's like if you smell like a strawberry or something, and then you smell, I guess rotten strawberries smell like shit, but almost rotten strawberry, it doesn't have that pop that the real deal has. So that's my top 5 niche fragrances, at least for right now. And all of these, I feel like these were kind of similar. I didn't really branch out with the brands, but at least from what I've smelled, I feel like I've smelled a decent amount of niche. And I love Bond and I love Creed, favorite 2 houses. And Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, it's a great one too. That one's a banger. It's a banger. All right, thank you, YouTube.